Doing our series of candidate interviews to keep you informed on the issues. And we're going to start off our interviews today with the race for State House District 6, Position 1. And joining us now is Representative Kevin Parker. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Brad. Hey, Christy.
So let's first talk about maybe your goals for next year. What's your number one?
Now, a lot of it's going to be getting the budget in shape. We made good strides with the budget last year. This is the first time in 10 years we got out on time and within budget, and so that was a good sign. It was the first year I've really been part of the budget process and loved that process. I'm also going to continue my work to make sure education is funded first. I'm going to continue my reform of government agencies. We had a big Medicaid bill a couple years ago, and then we had a DOC bill, and so we'll continue to look for government reforms and then focus on the human trafficking and the crime issue as well. So those have been our three focuses and will continue to be our three focuses.
Kevin, we've talked about the education issue before and the funding for that. A number of folks that we've talked to during these interviews leading up to the election, some are saying, well, that's not going to be all that big of a deal to find the money to fund that.
Well, we don't know what the Supreme Court is asking for yet in terms of money. It's estimated to be $2 billion to $6 billion. This last budget cycle, we allocated 2/3 of spending towards education. And so I do feel the Supreme Court is, one, stepping on they're on shaky ground constitutionally, and they're definitely aggravating a separation of powers concept within the state. And Republicans and Democrats are both frustrated. The most bipartisan thing in politics right now is a frustration towards the Supreme Court. So all that being said, we don't know what the numbers they're actually asking for, but we will make a down payment this year, likely between $1.2 and $2 billion, which is historically excellent.
And Kevin, one last question really quick. Bringing a medical school to Spokane, a WSU medical school, how is that? Is that going to be one of your priorities as well? And how do we fund that?
Yeah, thank you. Since I came in 2008, the medical school has been a huge focus. And it is one of those where I think it's crucial for the Spokane area. I've been meeting with community leaders going back to March when all this, so we've been very aware of all the negotiations, and we've had conversations with both schools and tried to help mediate that from our position of what we could. It's going to be a $2.5 million ask right now, and by 2024 it'll be about a $24 million ask. But here's the great thing. By 2024, it said that we will be educating about 480 doctors in our community, and that is a game changer down the road. So it is a focus of mine. It always has been, and it will certainly continue to be.
All right, Representative Kevin Parker, thanks for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate the interview.